Hello and welcome to Full Sim Broadcast Network here tonight with the Southern Excitement Racing League from North Wilkesboro presented by Sim Racer Hub. Tonight joining me in the booth is Justin. How you doing tonight, Justin?
Doing pretty good, Jacob. Always a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely, yeah. As, practice has about 4 minutes left in it. Let's give you a rundown of some of the pre-race facts we have here presented by Sim Racer Hub. The temperature out there tonight at this half-mile track is 80 degrees, 52% humidity, partly cloudy with 2-mile-an-hour winds. The track surface temp right now is 112, so pretty slick for lots of these guys out there trying to make some laps. Tonight they'll be going 150 laps around here, barring that there's no overtime or green-white checkered finishes here. They're going to have a stage finish at lap 70. They will not be throwing the yellow for it, but they will award bonus points, 10 going to the winner of the stage and 1 going to 10th place. They have one fast repair, which is going to be tough to keep track of tonight, given that that wall can jump right out here and get you, or you can loop it fairly easy off the exit of both these corners here. They have 4 sets of tires. That's including the set of tires they qualify on. And speaking of tires, this track is not friendly to them. It's a very abrasive surface that likes to eat through tires very quickly. And these guys, to go along with them sets of tires, have a 65% fuel load, which estimating probably about 50 laps, I would imagine. What would you say, Justin?
They're probably around 55, 60 laps there. They'll definitely have to make a pit stop before that stage, try to set themselves up and get a good position for that stage. And the caution will not come out during the stage as it always stays green.
Absolutely, yeah. And one of our talking points here tonight will be, can Dustin Matson go back-to-back wins after winning last week at New Hampshire? And or will another driver pop in there to get their first win? Or will Justin Michael jump up to the front once again to try to dominate some more this season? What do you think?
I think it's going to be a real challenge for all these drivers here tonight just to, try to maintain speed out of these corners as it's Justin Michael there just lost it out of the corner. But yeah, just keeping composure at this track and trying to stay out of trouble as you only got one fast repair, but I think we might see a first-time winner tonight.
Yeah, because this track is more different than any other track that they've gone to this season so far, which can allow for someone who's not necessarily the best at 1.5 miles or 2 mile or bigger tracks to really kind of rear their head up here and say, hey, it's my time to shine and come out with the checkered flag here tonight. Now let's go down here and check in with some of these guys and see where they're running at in practice here. Right now, Kelly Poynor in the top spot with an 18.859 with Dakota Camper not far behind with an 18.861. Dustin Matson right there in third with an 18.870. Christopher Howe with an 18.89, 892, and Justin Michael sitting there in fifth with an 18.895. So once again, like we were talking about earlier, right now, someone who we haven't seen up there completely through the this whole duration of the season so far, Kelly Poynor up there at the top spot in practice is rounding itself out right now as we see Jamie Dunning losing it right there on the entrance of one. So that's going to be something to look for as the checkered flag flies here at North Wilkesboro in practice. We're going to be going qualifying here shortly.
Yeah, I think a lot is really the brake bias entering that corner. You don't want to hit them brakes too hard as it will loop that truck around.
Absolutely, yeah. As we're waiting for some cars to jump out on track. Like George Jewell has jumped out there, along with Jonathan Cogswell. We're going to follow along with George Jewell on his first lap. Comes around to take his green flag. See that truck all kinds of sideways coming out of 4 there. Got Justin Michael in pit road right now. Jewell across the line for his first lap, 19.20. Go check in on Jonathan Cogswell. Gonna sit in there P2 with a 19.87. Christopher Howell coming around on his green flag lap. Dakota Camper goes P2 with a 19.22. Christopher Howell jumping up to the second spot with a 19.20. Cogswell goes to the top with an 18.99. Heck of a good first lap there by Dustin Matson. And that 6 machine with a 19.01. Working on his second lap here. Will he take the top spot? He will with an 18.943. Dustin Matson goes to the top spot. Here's Justin Michael right now sitting 6th from his first lap. Out of turn 4. Justin Michael to the top spot by 2/1000ths of a second. 18.941. You got 2 heavy hitters right now sitting 1-2. Here's that 5 machine of Matt Crockett. Currently sitting 4th on his first lap. Coming across the line for his second. He will better it a little bit, but still stays P4 with a 19.134. Jake Eaton rolling off pit road.
Yeah, I really don't know if these drivers can give it everything they got on these 2 laps here, as slick as this track is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this track is very slick with that track temp being over 110 degrees. It's really slick out there, hard to mat it to the floor. Here comes Eaton for his first lap. And is sitting 8th right now with a 19.483. Still have 6 trucks left to qualify. Right now, Jake Eaton's the only one out on the track as he finishes up his qualifying run here. Gonna take him up to the 5th spot with a 19.139. Because now we're gonna wait and see if anybody else is gonna go up to the top spot here. Don't know if anybody else go out and try to qualify.
Few people might be trying to wait on it to cool off a little bit.
That's
It's
a
a
possibility.
really hot racetrack.
As the 53 of Carl Burke comes out onto the track. Looks like he's trying to warm them brakes up on that 53 truck. That's a good key to qualifying here, is kind of dragging the brake as you leave pit road to warm them brakes up, so when you hit them going off on your qualifying run, you don't lock it up or wheel hop it into the corner. Here comes Burke for his first lap. First lap's going to put him P6 with a 19.191. Little wide on corner exit out of 2, look like. Don't know if that's going to come back to bite him or not. Comes out of turn 4. Second lap, not any better. 3/10 slower on the second lap. John J. McIntyre comes onto the track in that 2 machine. Looking to get his qualifying run in here to try to take that top spot there from Justin Michael. Right now, Justin Michael holds that top spot with an 18.941. McIntyre really loose out of turn 2 there. Go right along with him and see how loose this thing really is. Right along on the visor cam. Oh! Gonna loop it right there. Oh, just ever so slightly hit that inside retaining wall. And that's going to be it for his qualifying run, as that second lap will be disallowed for loss of control there by iRacing. Jamie Dunning on the track right now in that 54 machine. Sorry to cut you off there, Justin. We called it at the same time.
Yes, sir.
Dunning takes his first lap, goes to P3 off the rip with an 18.966. Looking really fast out here tonight already. Out of turn 4. Sideways, across the line. He's going to better it, but he's going to stay P3 with an 18.950.
Yeah, Jamie even said before the race he wasn't sure if he could race tonight due to all the weather that's been happening as of recent, and like to share our condolences to those out in the Midwest that was affected by the tornadoes.
Absolutely, yeah. Our hearts and prayers and thoughts are with those people out there in Tennessee and Illinois and Kentucky that were majorly affected by that huge storm last night. Our thoughts and prayers with all of them, and we hope to see those fellow iRacers back on the service soon and wish them well. As qualifying here has about a minute and a half left in it, we'll have 3 drivers yet to qualify in the 98 of Kevin Franks. Excuse me. The 28 of William Fletcher and the 75 of Kelly Poynor. Now, Kelly Poynor was the fastest in practice. Oh, as we have another driver jumping in last minute. James McCanney finally gets here in that 15 truck. At the last minute, squeaking in. He will be able to make the start of the race. But as I was saying a while ago, though, that the 75 of Kelly Poynor was the fastest in practice. I don't know why they wouldn't want to get that 75 machine out on the track and try to take that pole away from Justin Michael. I think they have the speed to be able to do it.
Think maybe he has the confidence he can make it up to the front, possibly when there's going to be an incident early on. He's probably thinking.
That's a possibility. That is one strategy that we often see here in iRacing, is to start in the back and not qualify if you know it's going to be a crapshoot of a race with lots of wrecks and cautions, to work your way up through the field that way to try to have a clean truck with an extra fast repair by the end of the race. As qualifying is wrapping up here, sorry to cut you off again. Qualifying's wrapping up here. Checkered flag flies. Looks like Justin Michael is your pole winner here tonight. These guys go to grid up here. Let's bring up the official starting order here presented by Sim Racer Hub. Your pole winner, Justin Michael, in the 87 machine with an 18.941, beating out Dustin Matson by 1,000th of a second. Dustin Matson in second. Jamie Dunning in third. Fourth, Jonathan Cogswell. Fifth, Matt Crockett.
Jake Eaton starting in sixth with Carl Burke in seventh. Christopher Howell eighth. George Jewell ninth. John McIntyre starting 10th.
And 11th, we got Dakota Camper. And 12th, Kevin Franks. 13th is showing Joey Doucette, but you see that 3-digit number there, that's indicating he is race control. So 13th is actually going to move, it's going to move James McCanney from the 15th spot up to 13th. And so 13th will be James McCanney. 14th, William Fletcher. And 15th, Kelly Poynor. And that is your starting lineup here tonight in the Southern Excitement Racing League presented by Sim Racer Hub here at North Wilkesboro. Let's go short track racing here tonight, guys. See these trucks all gridded up, chomping at the bit, ready to get things going here. For those of you tuning in, we appreciate you stopping by here tonight. These guys are surely going to put on a fantastic show for y'all. So be looking for some great action and hopefully a fantastic performance here by us and these drivers.
Yeah, I think the restarts are going to be insane. I think green flag pit stops are going to be insane.
These guys just rolling off the grid here. As you see, the 54 of Jamie Dunning going to the back of the field right here. Looks like he has an EOL, possibly from a penalty last week. Looks like they're going to roll around here one more time.
Who you got tonight, Jacob?
Oh man, it's going to be hard to pass up that 27 there of Jonathan Cogswell, sitting back there in fourth, looking really fast. He's hungry to get him a win here in this series. I'm really looking for him to get it done tonight. How about you?
Something just tells me Justin Michael's going to get his 4th win here tonight.
As the pace truck pulls off. Green flag is out. We are short track racing here tonight in the Southern Excitement Racing League. Justin Michael with a great start right there. Matt Crockett sitting there in the 3rd spot, making the pass on Cogswell.
Looks like Cogswell wants that high side, and looks like it's working pretty well for him there.
Oh, as we have a
53.
truck sideways. Carl Burke hard in the inside wall. We're going to stay green here. Lots of damage on that 53 machine. Go take a look and see what happened there.
Yeah, he's got significant left front and left rear damage.
Looks like he just came off of turn 4 there pretty good. Looks like the accident happened off of turn 2. Yeah, it looks just like it came out from underneath him and hard into that inside retaining wall. Dustin Matson has closed in on the back of Justin Michael.
Matt Crockett there in 3rd. He's had some trouble this season. He's looking for a great run tonight.
Absolutely, yeah. As, hopefully luck goes his way and pays off with a great finish for him tonight. Like you said, he's had trouble all this season. Unfortunate events just leading to bad finishes. The yellow flag comes out. We'll have to find out where that happened. Looks like James McCanny was involved in that. Let's see if we can find out what happened. For the 15 right there of James McCanny. Goes off into turn 1, looking pretty smooth. Looks like it may be another incident here off of turn 2. It is.
Yeah, I
Looks
think
like
turn 2's really gonna start to get people.
Looks like he was able to keep it off the wall. And that looks like that was the cause of the caution right there, the 15 of James McCanny. We have the 98 of Kevin Franks and the 53 of Carl Burke coming in. Like everyone else is going to stay out here. Justin Michael, your current leader still after we've completed 7 laps here tonight. Yeah, this track is definitely a bear to try to get off the corner with.
It's going to be interesting when they do remake this track, if they will actually leave that grass that's down there.
Yeah,
just right below the apron.
That would be a good aesthetic for the track, to have that grass right there between the racing surface and the inside wall. But along with that though, I could see them actually going to an AstroTurf material like Charlotte did, due to trying not to rip these front splitters off of vehicles when they inevitably go down there. So it looks like a lot of the trucks on track, the top 12, stayed out. More than likely they'll be getting the 1 to green here this time by. They do. The lights are out on the pace truck. They're going to double them up. We're going to go at it one more time.
And possibly with a few cautions, they could make that stretch to lap 70.
Absolutely.
And avoid a pit stop.
Yeah. And right now, sitting back here in the 6th spot, or 5th spot, is the 3 of Dakota Camper. He's up 6 positions from the start of this race. Pace truck makes that hard left turn. Green flag is back out here, North Wilkesboro. Justin Michael
pulling away.
Yeah, great restart by the 87.
Cogswell in that 27 truck still trying to make something happen there on the outside. Files in line there behind Matson.
Right now, Justin Michael setting a blistering pace. Oh, is Christopher Howell to the inside of Dakota Camper there. Trying to fight for that 5th spot. Camper's got to hold him off. '54 of Jamie Dunning making the pass for 8th right now. He's going to be successful at it. That's going to move him up. Keep in mind that 54 machine right there started at the back of the pack. Has already worked his way up almost halfway through the field. as he's looking to the inside of the 2 of John J. McIntyre. You see Dakota Camper here trying to make a move on the 5 of Matt Crockett. Camper looking really fast right now.
And a little news here. Looks like Kelly Pointer didn't get to start the race despite setting the fastest practice time there.
Tough break by the 75 camp right there. Kelly Pointer and that whole group looking really solid there in practice. We have, looks like it might have been Jake Eaton possibly losing a few spots. Oh, Dakota Camper loses it. Possibly a little bit of contact. Don't see any damage on that 3 machine. Let's go see if we can see what happened to the 3 truck. See him right there to the inside of Matt Crockett. Oh, he just got to the throttle too soon on that low side, on that low line. Was able to collect it and keep going.
It's that turn 2, man.
Turn 2 is definitely going to be the Achilles heel of these drivers tonight. We check back in with your leaders. Justin Michael out to a 7/10 second lead.
Christopher Howell and Jamie Dunning. Great battle back here for 5th. Ooh.
Dunning looked sideways right there as we went over to watch this battle. Looks like they're going to settle it out for now. Oh, I just heard a truck hard in the wall, sounded like. 29 of Jake Eaton looked like, possibly. Yeah, there's damage to the right side of that truck. Looks like he's the one that was hard in the wall there. Oh, is he sideways right there? Oh, hard in the wall. Able to collect it and keep going. That truck cannot be handling any good anymore.
He's definitely going to have to make an early pit stop.
He's lucky he didn't catch the other side of that gate opening right there. That would have ended his night very quickly. That opening right there, if he would have went in the opening and caught the fence on the other side.
Yeah, I really forgot that part of the track was even there.
And I guess if you're going to catch the wall where he caught, it's the best place to catch it. Justin Michael now is stretched out to a 2.5 lead over Dustin Madsen. Not too far in front of him is that 3 of Dakota Camper, about a straightaway ahead after having troubles after spinning it off of turn 2. That's put him all the way back to 14th, the last car on the lead lap.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen the last of the turn 2 incidents yet. I think these tires are getting pretty good rubber on them now, though, to where they're not sliding as bad, but it's still a little difficult when you apply too much throttle there off that corner.
We have a battle here for 4th between Matt Crockett and Jamie Dunning. Dunning looking really fast out here tonight. Matt Crockett not wanting to give it up, though. But Dunning's going to clear him, looks like, here. As now Christopher Howell is looking to capitalize on Matt Crockett. Crockett, though, running that high line, that could be saving some tires for a longer run here. Christopher Howell not quite able to clear him. Looks like he'll clear him, though, in turns 1 and 2 here. He will by a couple truck lengths. We have a battle shaping up here for 8th between John McIntyre and George Jewell. The 2 and the 07.
Seven's going to try to stick it here on the inside.
Makes me wonder if the 2 of McIntyre got into that inside wall maybe a little bit, got loose and got down there, or maybe that's from another truck bouncing off his door there. You see on the left side of that truck, the 2 is scraped off. If we see here, though, Justin Michael in that 87 starting to lose some time to the 6 of Dustin Madsen there. Makes you wonder if Madsen saved his tires a little bit. Oh, it sounded like
Something.
Michael might have scraped the wall a little bit there on the corner exit. He did. Right side of that truck is all scraped up.
That's going to hurt the steering there on that truck.
Oh, he is loose on corner entry. If you see that truck sideways on entry of 1. Looks like he has a load of rear brake bias in that truck. Madsen has knocked it down to a 1.2 second lead. Make that 1.1. Let's pull up the lap time history as Michael hits it again, look like. Yeah, Madsen has been faster the past couple laps. Let's see what it is this time by Madsen. Once again, faster than Michael.
That's a little bit loose there. I think he's sending that truck in there hard, trying to get up to Michael's bumper.
Absolutely.
It's going to be another problem when these trucks right here run into lap traffic as well, as it's going to tighten things up a little bit more.
Go right along with Dustin Madsen here. Madsen now less than a second away from Justin Michael. Just looking really smooth here, especially off turn 2.
Pretty good battle back here in 7th with William Fletcher. He's up 7 spots there in 7th. Fighting that 5 truck of Matt Crockett.
Go check in on that battle between Fletcher and Crockett. Fletcher to the inside of Crockett right there. Crockett's going to battle back hard on the outside here with a run down the straightaway. Contact. A little bit of damage for both trucks. Almost contact again.
Put too much throttle off. Crockett gonna send it on that outside.
Fletcher gonna clear Crockett there for the 6th spot. We go check in here with the battle for the lead heating up. Go right along with Justin Michael here. See how he's fighting that steering wheel. Really loose out of turn 4.
Yeah, he about got that wall a little bit there. This Matson's closing in a lot more there.
Looks like Justin Michael's a lot more loose on corner exit of 4 than he is 2.
Yeah, I think he has to back up his entry a lot more than Matson also. It might be that little bit of contact he had with the walls, just the truck's not driving the way it was before.
That's a possibility too, yeah. Looks like Matson might have had a little bit of an issue. Doesn't look like he got into the wall, but Michael has opened it back up a little bit, a little over a second.
They're approaching in the lap truck that just hit pit road there, Carl Burke. Looks like Burke may be signing off.
Looks like he did. He is now out of the race at the moment.
Be another issue with the storms and all. The northeast is getting affected by it all right now.
We see Madsen may have used up all his tires trying to run down Michael. Michael had a huge moment right there. Looked like he was trying to slow up for pit road and missed it.
Yeah, we should be seeing green flag stops, I would think, here in the next 10 laps or so.
As Jake Eaton comes down pit road as you say that. I don't think the 87 was trying to get down pit road that last time. It looked like he was just that loose. The angle of the truck made it look like he was trying to come down pit road. Oh, as Madsen gets a piece of the wall right there. Doesn't look like he got it too hard, but we did hear the contact.
He's really closing in now to less than half a second here on Michael.
We ride along off of Madsen's front bumper looking at the back of Justin Michael here. To really show you how loose the 87 truck is on corner exit. Madsen with a real low entry right there. Oh, as Michael gets a huge piece of the wall. Madsen's on his bumper now.
It's going to come to a point where he's got to make a pit stop though, because if you get too much damage, then you're bound to have to use a faster rear.
These guys have exceeded our prediction of how long a run will last. As you see Jake Eaton right there with fresh tires, making the pass on the 6 of Madsen. Trying to get one of his 2 laps back by going after Justin Michael now. Eaton's going to easily go around Justin Michael. But Michael having to hold that low line right there is going to allow Madsen to close right back in on him.
That is crazy, the difference on tires right there.
We've now completed 62 laps here tonight. This battle for the lead was heating up there for a while. They've stretched back out a little bit, a little over half a second.
We've seen Cogswell sitting there in third pretty much the whole race. He hasn't really lost any ground on these leaders here, but he hasn't gained much. But how about Jamie Dunning there in the 54?
Absolutely.
Right now, started last.
Yeah. Oh, it was John J. McIntyre went off track. Looks like he's on the grass right there coming back up. That truck's really slow.
Yeah, he's coming in pit road there.
Looked like he might have been out of fuel for a second, but he was back under power there.
I don't know if he has an engine left.
This battle for the lead heating back up again. 0.3 of a second, the difference between first and second place here. Once again, for those of you tuning in here tonight to Full Sim Broadcast Network, we really appreciate it. Right now you're watching the Southern Excitement Racing League presented by Sim Racer Hub here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. These two right here, the 87 of Justin Michael and the 6 of Dustin Madsen, going at it really hard. As you see the 87 completely sideways right there on corner exit. That's going to allow for Dustin Madsen to close back in again on that back bumper.
So we got 2 laps to go here in the stage.
Don't look now. That 27 of Cogswell closing in on these two, trying to fight it out.
He's really made up a lot of time here these last few laps, almost a whole second.
Yeah. White flag is out for the stage. And it looks like your top 10, barring nothing happening here in turns 3 and 4. Justin Michael is your stage winner with Dustin Madsen in second. Third, Jonathan Cogswell. Fourth, Jamie Dunning. Fifth, going to be Christopher Howell. Sixth, going to William Fletcher here. Seventh, George Jewell. Eighth, Matt Crockett. And ninth, Kevin Franks. And 10th, Dakota Campers. We see Dakota Campers sideways coming into turn 1 right there. Jamie Dunning on pit road. Started green flag stops here right there. This battle for the lead not letting up at all.
Honestly, at this point right now, I think Cogswell's got the best long run truck out there.
Absolutely, yeah. He's saved enough tires, looks like. Oh! Battle for the lead right here. Madsen trying to go to the high side while Michael was completely sideways out of turn 2. George Jewell is now on pit road, along with Dakota Camper. Oh, as Michael gets a piece of the wall again right there on corner entry. Giving it everything he's got to retain this lead. Madsen staying right there on the 87's back bumper, trying to keep all the pressure on he can. You notice the 6 does not have that issue being that loose on corner exit as the 87 does. James McCanney. Here comes Jonathan Cogswell down pit road. He's going to try to short pit these leaders and maybe come out ahead.
Yeah, this is actually a one-stop race. I didn't realize that.
I didn't either, and it's kind of surprising me too. As William Fletcher's now on pit lane. Here comes Justin Matson. Very sketchy entrance right there. Almost didn't get it woed up in time.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get a piece of that wall right there on the pit road entrance.
That's going to force Justin Michael here to come in this time by. Looks like he is. That's going to give the lead to Christopher Howell. If Christopher Howell stays out this time by, he does. Christopher Howell going to lead at least one lap here. Here comes Dustin Matson back out onto the track.
See if he lost any time there to Michael.
Huge gaggle of trucks right here. You got the 54 of Dunning getting one of his lap back, getting on the lead lap here. Here comes Justin Michael. Justin Michael gonna lose the lead here.
A lot of lap traffic now.
Absolutely, yeah. And we are following the 5th place truck right now of Dustin Matson, because that will be the leader by the time green flag stops, cycle around, as we were 3 wide for a second. Oh!
Matson just worked around that lap traffic beautifully right
Justin Michael had a little scary moment right there with the 29 of Jake Eaton. Eaton was completely sideways, pointed at that right side door of the 87.
Eaton, almost in the wall a little bit there. Cogswell tries to slip up.
Eaton just not having the night he intended out here. Not having a handle on that truck at all from the drop of the green flag.
Oh, Matson caught the lap car at a bad angle. That's going to allow Michael to pull up to his bumper now. So Michael takes a dive on the inside.
3 wide. They're going to clear the lap truck, but Michael not having the ability to chase that truck up. Michael to the inside. Oh, contact was almost made right there. Let's go right along on the back of the 6.
Michael to the inside now. Just got to stick that bottom if he wants to get by here. This will be side by side off the corner.
This is a battle for the lead once again. Once green flag stops, cycle around. Michael's going to clear him. But the question is, did that hurt Justin Michael's tires any right there? As Christopher Howell gives up the lead after leading several laps. And that's going to put Kevin Franks in the lead spot here. Kevin Franks has yet to pit.
Well, I don't know the fuel window, but Jamie Dunning pitted on lap 71. I don't know if you can stretch it 79 laps, but if he can, then he could win this thing.
I believe they can, because Christopher Howell stretched it out 84 laps. So Jamie Dunning will actually be the leader. I completely missed the short pit he did and didn't put it together that he would be able to gain that much time to assume the lead. But if you look right there, just off the back,
yeah,
is that 87 truck right there of Justin Michael.
I think his tires are what's going to get him.
Absolutely, yeah, because I don't think Dunning's tires will be able to hold up to that, as they're going around. Kevin Franks taking the lead from him. Kevin Franks has not pitted yet. He last pitted on lap 8 under that first caution. Here comes Franks down pit road. By the time he gets his pit service and comes back out, we'll have 8 trucks on the lead lap.
surprised really how clean it's been, you know, given as slick as the track is. And the track's not gotten any cooler since the start of this thing. It's actually gotten warmer. It's at 124 degrees right now, the track temp.
That's a hot, hot track. Is Jamie Dunning putting up a fight for this lead right here on the high side, but Justin Michael trying to take it away on the bottom. I don't think that's the best of strategies for Michael to be running that extreme low line with these fresh tires. That's going to wear out that right front and especially that right rear super quick due to how rough it is on that low line.
Yeah, Jamie Dunning's really able to stick there to his outside, and he's on, what, 6-lap older tires. So that's definitely eating Michael's tires up right now.
Absolutely, and he's having to keep more wheel in it to stay lower on the straightaways. We'll see if that's, because if you see Dustin Madsen right behind him, is running about a lane and a half up from what Justin Michael's running.
Madsen been down in deep that corner.
What's going to cost him here on the backstretch is Dunning able to get a good run off the high side. These two battling it out, coming up on the lap truck, or the soon-to-be lap truck of Dakota Camper in the 3. Going to be interesting to see how this plays into it.
I just can't believe how the 54 is sticking right there with him like that. He's doing a great job.
Absolutely, and it looks like he's going to let Michael have it right there to try to figure out how to get around the 3 of Dakota Camper. Like Camper's wanting to run the low side. Oh, as Dunning gets the wall right there. That's going to cost him second place to Dustin Madsen. Now Justin Michael is dealing with the lap truck of Dakota Camper. Not going to be able to clear him, looks like. If he does, it's going to be close. Going to barely clear the 3. We're watching the 6 of Madsen trying to get around Camper. It's going to allow Justin Michael to kind of stretch it out a little bit right there. Looks like Madsen's going to clear him this time by. Michael now almost to a second lead over Dustin Madsen. Let's take you through a rundown of the field as they run right now. Right now, your leader, Justin Michael, putting on a good performance tonight, but having to deal with the 6 right here in second of Dustin Madsen, really putting the pressure on him. Having a good performance out there, trying to keep it clean. In third, the 54 of Jamie Dunning overcoming a EOL at the start of the race, the end of the longest line. Running up there in the 3rd spot. In 4th, we got the 27 of Jonathan Cogswell having a strong performance tonight, being up in the top 5 all night long. The 18 of Christopher Howell back here in 5th, solid top 5. In 6th, we got the 07 of George Jewell. 7th, we got the 28 of William Fletcher. In 8th, we got Dakota Camper in that 3 machine. 9th, we got the 29 of Jake Eaton. 10th is John J. McIntyre. 11th is the 15 of James McCanney. 12th, the 98 of Kevin Franks. 13th, Matt Crockett. And in 14th out of the race, we got Carl Burke. And that is your lineup as they run. We go back and check on your leader, Justin Michael, half a second lead right now. Approaching 2 lap trucks here. This battle for the lead has not let up all night long.
Yeah, these lap trucks right here, they've been battling hard for the last probably 5 laps for 6th right there.
Absolutely, yeah. Justin Michael's able to get around the 07 of Jewel. Now setting his sights on the 28 of Fletcher. Once he's able to get around Fletcher, that'll leave 5 trucks on the lead lap. And not too far ahead of them is Christopher Howell in that 18. That's going to leave 5 trucks on the lead lap. Kelly Poynor in the chat right now. Sorry that you couldn't make it tonight, man. We was looking forward to seeing you, see how fast you be out there, being the fastest in practice. But yeah, we'll throw up the lap times and see what kind of lap times they're running at the moment. Let's put that up right now for you. Going to be updated as they cross the line, but right now, the last time by, Justin Michael with a 19.989, Dustin Matson with a 20.088. That time it just about flip-flopped with Michael and Matson. Right now, sorry, go ahead.
I think it almost identically flip-flopped there.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And the fastest lap of the race right now is Justin Michael with a 19.117.
Let's see who's got the best tires here after getting through the lap traffic.
Absolutely, yeah. Normally we like to cherry pick through the field here, follow some battles and stuff, but this battle for the lead has not let up since the drop of the green flag here. And it looks like Christopher Howell has actually been able to get further out front in front of these leaders.
Jake Eaton. Sorry to cut you off. Jake Eaton in the wall there a little bit with, looks like the 98 piece of it. Kept it going straight though.
Yeah, this battle for the lead has been intense this whole race. One camera angle we have yet to use tonight is this next one that we'll show you as the leaders go by here. The turn 1 camera here, deep inside the pavement. Been so focused on this battle for the lead, forgot we even had it. Good shot of these trucks going by.
Yeah, these two have been neck and neck the whole race. It don't look like it's letting up at all.
It has not. 2 heavy hitters up here in the front. Justin Michael looking to put his stamp of dominance back up on the front here. As you see, really sideways on corner exit right there.
I think Matson may have held back a little bit.
If it's anything like he did earlier on that first run, I believe he did hold back some and save some tires. Once again, for those of you joining us tonight, we appreciate you stopping by and watching Full Send Broadcast Network with the Southern Excitement Racing League presented by Sim Racer Hub. For all your league statistical needs, go to www.simracerhub.com. Input your race results there from your league, and it'll keep track of all your stats, points, and finishes. It's a really great app there on the computer to be able to use, and for everyone to look back on their season, see how they did. Once again, that's www.simracerhub.com. Go check them out.
Got about 30 laps to go. Leaders approaching another lap truck here. He's going to pull over to the side and let him by.
I think Matson is actually better on corner exit than Michael is, as we see Matson trying to dive it in right there.
He's testing his limits.
That's going to kill him on the corner exit. Looks like he's able to rotate the center of the corner a lot better than the 87 is.
He's applying a lot of pressure right now to Michael.
As we're on the back bumper of Michael's truck looking back at Matson. Oh, looks like Michael got a piece of the wall right there. Yeah, Matson's just able to roll the center of the corner so much better. We see Matson trying to dive it down in there. Michael comes down and blocks it. Oh, Matson with a huge moment right there. Seen it right here off the gearbox camera. Ooh, that sounded like one of these drivers made contact with the wall. Might have been Matson, possibly. I don't see any more damage than what was already on the 6 machine there.
He lost a little time there. He's caught it right back up to Michael again. Looks like the 6 has the faster truck. It's just to get it to the bumper part, and then you got to make the pass.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's something Justin Michael has been so great at in this race, is using them fresh tires to actually make a pass and get ahead of someone, and after that being able to back it off. Seems like have a little fun with it, and it's just hard for someone to actually get right on your bumper and actually make a pass. Because once these tires wear out, this is a one-lane racetrack.
Yeah, I wouldn't find myself up near that road nowhere. Coming up on 20 laps to go here.
This racing on track has been so good. Their laps are just flying by here tonight. As we see the 18 of Christopher Howell here, trying to fight to stay on that lead lap just in case there's a yellow. Trying to put as much distance as he can between himself and Justin Michael. He's working to the inside here of Matt Crockett, who's one lap down.
Oh, Matson sideways off the corner.
Oh no, as the yellow comes out.
Did he keep it out of the wall?
It looks like he kept it out of the wall. He's
oh no.
He's got it back going here. He's gonna drop back to 4th. Looks like.
Trying to get too much off the exit of 4 there.
Let's go back and see what happened.
It closed in a lot there to Michael too.
We're watching the replay here of what happened to Matson. They go off into turn 3 here. Yeah, he just hit a little dip on the low line right there, and it just come around and he locked it down. No harm, no foul. Didn't hit the wall. Got that truck pretty clean still. But this is something Michael did not want to see happen. As your top 4 have come down pit road, Michael, Dunning, Cogswell, and Matson have all...
Tough break there for Matson. I think he'll be okay though. There's a little bit of time left here for him.
As Matson accidentally goes through his pit box. Had to back up and reset to get in his pit box there.
It's a hard pit road there to really tell. The pit boxes on this track are really narrow.
Because it looks like he's going to save his fast repair still. But that's going to drop him back to 5th place. 4th place, William Fletcher on pit road. That's gonna...
every one of these trucks.
Yeah, it looks like all the trucks pitted. Looks like Kevin Franks and Dakota Camper might have stayed out. Let's see here. Fletcher is going around.
It's wave rounds.
Looks like Dakota Camper and Kevin Franks and Christopher Howell stayed out.
A lot of these trucks rocking a stripe on that right side.
Sorry, no, Christopher Howell did pit. Camper and Franks did not. All other trucks on track have pitted. So it looks like the 3 and 98 are working on getting their lap back. But look who's back up here, running in second, that 54 of Jamie Dunning. He's sitting there looking pretty, because we're going to go green with about 10 laps to go. Been looking fast all night. As we get the signal of 1 to go, they're going to double them up. We're going to try this again. We're waiting for that Pace truck to make that hard left turn. There it is. Green flag is back out. We're racing again here in North Wilkesboro.
And it looks like Dustin Matson actually had to serve an EOL there for causing that yellow.
Tough break for that 6 group. Having loads of speed as Justin Michael gets a great restart there. Oh, but don't look now. Here's that 27 of Cogswell. Trying to make a move on the 54. Take the second spot away. Not going to make it happen that time by.
That 54 has been really strong there. About a lane up above everyone else in the corner.
Here's Dustin Matson trying to make the pass on Matt Crockett there. Set his sights on George Jewell. Matson marred back in traffic, but still scored in the 4th spot. Jamie Dunning able to separate himself a little bit from Cogswell. Trying to set his sights on that 87 of Justin Michael. Justin Michael just ran his fastest lap of the race, a 19.010. Jamie Dunning just ran his with a 19.070. These guys on fairly even ground here. show you the lap times here comparison between Michael and Dunning. Michael's been a little bit faster each lap. You see the battle box there on the bottom right. Michael able to stretch it out here as we're approaching 5 laps to go here tonight at North Wilkesboro for the Southern Excitement Racing League, presented by Sim Racer Hub.
And I think the best competition Michael had spun off a exit of 4 there.
Yeah,
last caution.
Tough break for the six camp of Dustin Madsen. Running up front all day long, looking to try to get his 2nd win in a row, 3rd win of the season. And unless something happens, I don't see him getting up there and making up that little over 4-second difference to catch Justin Michael. Justin Michael has stretched it out to a 1.2 second lead. Coming through turns 3 and 4 now, coming to the 2 lap to go signal from the flagman. 2 sticks up in the air. Michael just trying not to make any mistakes here. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go here tonight. Presented by Sim Racer Hub.
Yeah, I don't think Jamie Dunning's got nothing for him unless Justin Michael has a problem here.
One more time through turns 3 and 4 for the 87. Checkered flag is in the air. Justin Michael is your winner tonight after putting on a dominating performance here. Jamie Dunning coming in 2nd, Cogswell 3rd, Madsen in 4th after having trouble there in the closing laps. Jamie Dunning trying to get up there and give Michael a little congratulatory bump.
Yeah, great job by Dunning, starting in last there and coming all the way up through the field and hanging out all night up there.
Absolutely, yeah. Good job, especially out there to Dunning and Cogswell, bringing it home 3rd. Man, that's good. Good showing for that 27 crew.
Yeah, he was around 3rd place all night there as well. Looked like he had a fast truck on a long run too.
Justin Michael once again in victory lane here tonight. Didn't get 4 wins in a row last week, but trying to start another trend here tonight. Let's run you through the official finishing order here presented by Sim Racer Hub. Your winner once again, the 87 of Justin Michael. In 2nd, Jamie Dunning. 3rd, Jonathan Cogswell. 4th, Dustin Madsen. And 5th, William Fletcher.
Christopher Howell 6th, Kevin Frank 7th, Dakota Camper 8th, Jake Eaton 9th, George Jewell 10th.
Matt Crockett in 11th. 12th, James McCanney. 13th, John J. McIntyre. 14th, Carl Burke. And I know it shows Joey Doucette in 15th, but Kelly Poynor not being able to start the race, he's actually going to be scored in 15th since Joey Doucette is race control. And that is your official finishing order here, presented by Sim Racer Hub in the Southern Excitement Racing League Truck Series. We continue to see Justin Michael burning it down here. Nosing it in the wall there. Two cautions out there tonight. I believe it was 2 cautions. It was a great performance out there by that 87 crew. It was a tough break for Dustin Madsen in that 6. Having them issues there, bringing out the caution. Really, Justin Michael's only competition here tonight. But let's bring in your top 3 for an interview here. as we are waiting for more drivers to pop in there. Bring in your third place finisher here, Jonathan Cogswell. Hey there, Jonathan Cogswell. You got a copy?
Long to you talk to me again.
Right.
I wish I
Well,
could tomorrow and make it a trifecta, but there's no way I want to do that Watkins Way.
well, walk us through how that race went for you there tonight in that 27 machine.
I gotta tell you what, this is probably the best league race I've ever done because tonight I was all about speed, and I depend on someone else to make the podium. Tonight I didn't depend on anybody.
Yeah, you had quite a bit of speed in that truck, and it was definitely looking good out there for you tonight. Uh, were you surprised that we didn't have as many cautions?
Yeah, because you pushed this car, the back end will come around on you, but everyone did a good job keeping the car underneath them.
Absolutely, yeah. And next week, I believe we're going to Circuit of the Americas. How you feeling about that?
Well, in a truck, it'll be interesting. I'm not too intimidated with the truck. I like to fit with the truck.
Well, I'm gonna turn it over to Justin for a couple of questions.
Yeah, man. How tough was it, getting out of turn 2 tonight and wanting to put a little bit too much in it sometimes for some of these drivers?
Well, it's just getting off the exit smooth, really. You could come in fast, you could slide to the center, but you really had to be careful on exit. And try not to use your tires up too, save some for later.
Right? What was
75 laps. I mean, that's a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. What was the tire wear looking like after a full fuel run like that?
I think I was getting down to low 70s or 60s.
Okay, so it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be out there tonight for y'all. Uh,
No, it wasn't too bad at all.
well, do you have any shout outs or sponsor plugs you want to get out there?
Well, I'd like to thank my guys at English Excavate to work with, and thank you for broadcasting. And I thank SCRL for all the great times I've had for this year and next year and years to come.
Absolutely, yeah. And once again, congratulations on the podium finish out there tonight. And maybe we'll get to talk to you tomorrow night after the next gen series.
Yes, nice to see Justin in front of me when you crossed the finish line instead of being lapped down across the finish line.
Well, all right, man. Well, you have a good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, man. We'll see you.
And that was Jonathan Cogswell, your third place finisher out there tonight. Looking strong out there. Didn't quite get higher up, but he did bring it home third. Looking strong. Let's bring in our second place finisher out there tonight. Jamie Dunning in that 54 machine after starting in the back of the field. Get him in here and talk to him for a moment. Hey there, Jamie Dunning. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Walk us through how that race went for you, starting in the back and working your way all the way up through the field to finish second.
Let me start off by saying that I was surprised with the speed I had, not having any practice here this week due to work. Starting in the back, I kind of was going to start in the back anyways because of the lack of practice I've had. But I mean, I quickly went through the field and it was actually really clean. I mean, there was one guy that got loose in front of me, but I mean, you got to have patience on short tracks to advance through the field. And that's what I did, just laid off people, give them room. There was a couple times that I pushed people up the track or pinched them down to get around them, but that's short track racing at its finest.
Absolutely, yeah. And talking about the people getting loose a little bit there, were you surprised we only had a couple of cautions out there tonight?
I was very surprised with the field that we had of 14 or 15 trucks. I mean, these trucks, and it goes for every other NASCAR type out there, coming off the corners here, you get really loose, and it was just like Richmond in the next gens. It can snap at any moment. I mean, everybody did a fantastic job of driving tonight, and I give my hats off to everybody. And it's it's short track racing. You're going to get loose. You're going to hit the wall. I mean, I probably hit the wall umpteen million times tonight, but like again, repetitive is short track racing at its finest.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I'm going to turn it over to Justin for a couple of questions.
Yeah, it looked like there you were a lot faster, kind of. I wouldn't call it really the high side, but about a lane and a half up on a little bit older tires there when after the first fuel run and Michael was trying to pass you and you were kind of holding him off a little bit. Can you tell us a little bit about how the older tires played against the newer ones?
Well, the second fuel run, it felt like I was pushing a lot harder, trying to get away from Justin and Dustin because I knew that they were a lot faster than I was. During the first fuel run, I was, starting in the back. I got up to fourth, and I chased down Jonathan Cogswell pretty quickly. I mean, I couldn't get by him. I was just trying to solidify points for the stage. The second fuel run, I was trying to work the high side and kind of diamond it more, halfway through the corners to get a good launch off the corners without trying to spin the tires. But I mean, I was, not gonna let Justin just have it nice and easily. So I was, full throttle on the way out, and it snapped a couple times, and luckily we didn't make contact, and I burned my tires up trying to do that. Was very fortunate for that late lap caution. I mean, unfortunately, Dustin was the cause of the caution because he should be, in this spot interviewing for second place tonight. But I mean, it's racing.
Yeah, and oh, sorry. Go ahead, Justin.
How you feel going road racing next week?
I've done a couple test sessions with the trucks at Coda, and it's iffy. I mean, I'm not the greatest at road course, but when we did the Gen 6 cars there in our Cup Series last season, I did fairly well. I think I finished in the top 5, and it's just trying to find your braking points and conserving tires and, trusting the people you are around at that time. I mean, people have different braking points, and you got to trust people. You can't just, dive bomb into a corner or send it into a corner and hopefully your brakes will hold up and that you can slow down enough without getting into it.
All right. Well, you have any shout outs or sponsor plugs you want to get out there?
I would like to thank Sim Racer Hub for sponsoring our truck series. I would like to thank you guys for broadcasting all of our series. I mean, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have the viewers, the support through the community out there. I would like to thank the admins, Dakota, Chris Howell, Dustin Matson, Bill Stringfellow, and on the down low, Joey Doucette. I mean, he's the main man, RC. He's helping us out a lot. I would also like to thank Rick's Chicken Barbecue for the sponsorship and RS Graphics for the sponsorship for our upcoming, or ES Graphics, excuse me, for our upcoming Cup season.
All right. Well, once again, man, congrats on the runner-up finish out there tonight. Looking strong all night long. Maybe we'll get to talk to you tomorrow night or possibly even next Saturday night once we leave Coda.
I hope so. Hope so. You guys stay safe out there.
Always. You too.
Have a good night.
You too. And that's your runner-up finisher, Jamie Dunning, in the 54 machine after starting in the back of the pack, working his way all the way up through the field to bring it home second. Very strong performance out of that 54 camp there. Now let's get our race winner in here, Justin Michael, once again bringing it home in the top spot. Hey there, Justin Michael. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Congrats on another race win there tonight. What does that make? Let's see here. The 4th win this season?
Maybe. I don't really keep track of them.
I believe that is your 4th win. And walk us through how that race went for you there tonight, putting on a dominating performance.
I mean, we had a really good short run truck, but long run, I think Dustin was a lot better. It's hard to pass here on old tires, so he couldn't really do anything, and he got loose there, and that just kind of sealed it. This was last 10 laps or so, 15 laps. I was just kind of running easy in case another yellow came out, so I'd have some tires left.
All right. Speaking of tires, how was your tire wear after that green flag run that we had there about lap 75, 76?
Better than what I thought it was going to be. It was still terrible. The right rear was, burning up a little bit, but it was better than what I thought it was going to be. I was trying to take it easy off the turns with the throttle and trying to save some right rear on it. But it was still, at 74, 75 we had to pit because it was like a dirt late model coming out of those turns.
Yeah, that's what we were looking at, especially from your point of view. You were really sideways, especially out of turn 2, quite a bit. Walk us through how that turn 2 exit was for you.
Yeah, it was just really bad. I don't know, the track's really hot, so that really just made it loose all around. Getting into the turns as well, you had to run low brake bias to get it to turn, but it was just really loose. So I'm tired. My arms are sore after that one, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, you could see actually on the broadcast where you were entering the corner, you could actually see the front tires turning left, then back right, then back left again, just on corner entry. And it was pretty wild to see, but man, one heck of a wheelman right there, being able to get it into the corner and off the corner without spinning it around. Were you getting worried there towards the end of that long green flag run where you kept getting into the outside wall a little bit here and there?
Yeah, I was just trying to keep it under control, and every once in a while I'd touch that outside wall. And I'm glad it didn't cause too much damage. The main damage was when I hit the curb in 3 and 4. I think I bent up the splitter a little bit, and I think that actually cost us more than anything.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that part. But yeah, when Madsen had caught you, were you thinking he was going to be able to get by you at all with it being a 1-lane track on older tires?
He was definitely going to have to work for it. I know he's going to catch me. He's better on long run speeds at these type of tracks than I am. So the only thing I could do was just hold him off, hope he burn his stuff up, which kind of happened because he was starting to fall back there at one point late in that first run. So, and then the second run, I guess he was just trying to overdrive it to get back to me and just lost it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to turn it over to Justin for a couple of questions.
Yeah, you talked about how it was a little loose there out of turn 2 for you. When you got a little bit of damage early on, did that affect how the truck turned entering the corner for you?
I don't think it affected the entry or the exit. I think it really was affecting the middle of the turn, the speed in the middle of the turn. So, especially like I said earlier, when damaged that splitter, I think that really affected the middle of the turn, and it just lost the downforce. So, I didn't use a fast repair on the first pit stop, so I wanted to save it just in case. So we used it on that last one.
Did you think Madsen had a shot for you there at the end until he spun out?
Oh yeah, I knew he was going to catch me and just run real hard at me. But I just when I saw him go around, it was just a big sigh of relief on my end. I knew it. I knew at that point, as long as I get out of the pits, I think I should have been good.
Well, looking ahead in the schedule, you have any check boxes out there for any tracks we're coming up to before we enter the chase?
A checkbox and I hope I finish on the lead lap is next week. Other than that, most of the tracks that we're coming to, I don't mind. But yeah, next week will be interesting since I've only turned 3 laps at Coda.
I think it'll be a lot of memory next week. You just got to memorize that layout.
Yeah, if I finish, I'll be happy. I don't really care. I think I'm in second in points, so we got a throwaway race if we have to have it.
Right. And speaking of the race, were you surprised how few cautions that we had tonight?
Not really. Not with these group of guys. They run clean. They run really hard. So it's I'm not surprised when we have run. Can't talk long green flag runs.
Well, you have any shout outs or sponsor plugs you want to get out there?
everybody out there watching. Hopefully, it was a good race as always. My friend Darren out there, he already sent me a text, and my friend Scott out there from Patented Paints are painting his truck. Always look him up if you want something painted. Does a really good job on these paints here. So we always appreciate him doing those.
All right. Well, once again, man, congrats on the 4th win of the season. Maybe looking for you to start another hot streak like you had going earlier in the season. Bringing home that 4th checkered flag. Congrats once again, and maybe we'll get to talk to you tomorrow night or possibly Saturday after COTA.
Thanks, guys. We'll
No
see
problem.
you
Have a good
tomorrow
night.
next week.
For sure. And that was your race winner, Justin Michael, bringing home his 4th checkered flag of the season here in the Southern Excitement Racing League presented by Sim Racer Hub. Let's take you through that official finishing order one more time before we sign off here for the night. Justin Michael is your winner in 2nd, Jamie Dunning. Jonathan Cogswell in 3rd, 4th, Dustin Matson. 5th was William Fletcher.
Christopher Howes, 6th. Kevin Franks, 7th. Dakota Camper, 8th. Jake Eaton, 9th. George Jewell, 10th.
And 11th was Matt Crockett, James McCanney in 12th. 13th, John J. McIntyre and Carl Burke in 14th. And rounding out your field in 15th was Kelly Poynor, missing the start of the race. And that is your official finishing order here tonight, presented by Sim Racer Hub. For Full Sim Broadcast Network, for Justin, I'm Jacob. We'll see you next week at COTA.